It is Portfolio Lab. That is today. It is Tuesday. Tuesday is the day that I look at your portfolio considerations, images that you're thinking about having inside your portfolio. You're allowed to submit one picture, and I give you my 2 cents, whether I think that it is worthy or not worthy of your portfolio. The thing that's amazing about Portfolio Lab is I do photo reviews twice a week, Tuesdays and on Thursdays. Thursdays, I give a pro level assignment, an assignment that's going to help you get to the next level in your photography. Also an assignment that can go directly into your book. And it is week 11. Week 11, lifestyle week. And this week, meaning Thursday, I'm looking at your lifestyle hero images, and the objective is to create a powerful yet authentic lifestyle image that feels aspirational but also accessible, showcasing a product, a service, a place, a person in its ideal context. Now, I did a whole episode on lifestyle photography on Sunday. One of my best episodes yet on the Carty Method podcast. If you haven't watched that, please go watch that after this episode. I'm not going to get too deep into all the different details. It's a lifestyle assignment. It's detailed inside Portfolio Lab. We have a lot of submissions to get through today. I'm very happy because Portfolio Lab is starting to pop. We have 25 submissions today. By the way, if you want to join Portfolio Lab, go to thecartymethod.com/Portfolio Lab and sign up if you want to participate. So we have many photos to look at today. I'm very happy. We got 25 photos, starting with Gerard Danso. Gerard Danso says, building a brand is building a legacy. Shot with the 5D Mark III, 70-200, 5.6, 200 of a second, ISO 160. Shot natural light. This is Mr. Where am I going to put my shades? I can't wear them, obviously, when I'm reviewing photos, but I'm just being fun when I put them on, you know? Showing you a little bit of swaggy, a little bit of style. Let's look at Gerard Danso. Gerard, thanks for submitting. Oh no. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, oh my God, if my stream control's not working, I'm going to lose my marbles. Like, seriously, I was going to lose my marbles. Gerard, let's have a look of what you're doing here. Okay, I'm going to hide my camera. I'm going to show you this as a double page spread. What you're doing, Gerard, and I talk about this, I feel often, is you're composing on the thirds. You can see right here, if I'm to draw lines, this is like, we'll call it a third here. That's a third. And then up here, that's also ish a third. So you're composing in thirds, which again, that's a bad third. It's more actually around here. So you're composing in thirds, and although you probably have the grid on your camera that looks like this, which is why you've set your subject right in that place. But I also feel like I say every single week that we don't compose on the thirds because it doesn't work with the double page format. I feel like I do talk about this often. This is a double page when you see this in a magazine, and you can see how this is very biased towards the gutter and very spaced over here. The sewing machine is centered, but he's pushed off to the side. Now, I feel like he moved as far as the shot that you, and again, if you're making this picture, you have to direct him. You have to tell him to push his chair over that way so he's sitting a little bit more square, or have him just for the image, like lean his head this way a little bit and look down there so he feels just a little bit more centered. Because magazine layout wise, this just doesn't work. It's too close that way. And then the alternative is letting go of a double page altogether and then just shooting a vertical. Just shooting a vertical of him. Let me move this over here. Just shooting a vertical of him, because really that's the only thing that's important is what's going on right here. So this now is, did you need to actually shoot a horizontal picture of him? So these are the things that you have to ask yourself when you're making these kinds of pictures is where will this go in a magazine? Where will this go in a layout? Is there space for text? These are all the things that you have to be thinking about. As far as a lifestyle photograph, it definitely is a lifestyle photograph. So we're going to give you applause for that. I want you to be watching your exposure down here. Ooh, I think my audio here is just a little bit high. Let me move this down. Let me turn this up a little bit so I can hear myself a bit. Yes, Gerard, one moment. Let me just fix my audio volume levels here. All right. And then go back here. Check, check. That's about right. That's about right. I don't want to blast too much background music for you guys. All right. So, sorry about that, guys. I looked. It's not as loud to my ears, but I've lowered it. Hopefully it's much better now. All right. Back to Gerard. So, the exposure is what I'm also looking at. The exposure that's happening in here. Let's look at this a little bit closer. Just make sure we're not losing too much detail in here. I wouldn't mind seeing this up like maybe a third, giving just a little bit more exposure here. But overall, Gerard, this is a really good attempt. It is very much, yes, it is very much a lifestyle photo. I just want you to really watch the framing. Other than that, Gerard, this is a really good swing. Really, really, really good effort. Thanks for submitting. Thank you. Oh, that's what's going on. My volume is too low. There you go. Now I can see actually how much you guys are hearing. All right. That helps me greatly. Now I can adjust the volume. Apologize for that, guys. I'm sorry if it was too loud. It should be fine now, yeah? Steve? Should be fine now. Background music should be nice and low. Nice and low, and my audio should be okay, I'm hoping. All right. All right. Let's get into... All right, Steve, thanks. Appreciate you. Let's get into our next photographer. His name is Verdant Pandy. Verdant says, this is a shot I did in the summer before I came across the Carty method. In my last submission, you advised me to move away from manual lenses, and I'm going to do that. I hope to get some feedback on my pre-Carty method work, like this picture, because it really helps reshape my future approach. My inspiration was Sports Illustrated swimsuit covers. R6 with the Sam Yang 85mm 1.2, ISO 100 at 6.3, 2/50th of a second, with an 8600 strobe with softbox. This is Verdant Pandy. Verdant Pandy. Let's get it on. Verdant, thanks for submitting. So Verdant, there's something here. There's something here. It's just, sadly, the girl is wrong. The girl is wanting to be a model, but the girl is not a model. Body style is not necessarily a model's body style. Her arm is a little bit hyperextended, and she's really posing, to the point where her hand's on the ground. It's just the pose is wrong. The body language is a little bit wrong. And when we really look at this girl's skin up close, there's some things that you can fit. I just think the wet hair is not flattering. It's just not a picture that goes beyond, oh, this is a pretty sunset and nice light on a pretty girl. But this is not a picture that is moving the needle for your portfolio. This is not. I want you to notice how high the horizon line is. I would push that horizon line lower yourself so you're not standing up here and she's down here crouched and you're aiming down on her. And again, your horizon line is crooked. So there's a couple of things here that just make this not the level of photography that we're trying to get you to do, Verdant. And also, on top of everything, who is this for? Like who is this for? And you ask yourself, who's going to hire you to make this photo? Except for other girls like that. Modeling agencies, if you're trying to be a fashion photographer, you need to shoot models, not I wish I was a model. So you actually have to shoot models, and the difference is really huge. I'm not trying to just slam your subject. I'm just saying, like, if you're shooting regular people, you have to shoot them like regular people. Shoot models like models. Everybody else, you have to shoot like regular people. And the body, like the one piece, like it's just not, it's not right. Retouching, is retouching as well. When I look at the post-production, like this entire leg looks like it's blurred. Like it's just not right, Vedant. I hope this helps you. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but it is not good enough for your portfolio. I hope that helps you. All right, that is Vedant Pandy. Vedant, thanks for submitting. This is Nate Valentine. Nate says this was an afternoon shoot for a boutique clothing brand in Chelsea. I'm imagining Chelsea, Chelsea in the UK or Chelsea Highline Park? Oh no, Chelsea in New York. I wanted to create a playful image, so I asked the model to have a genuine conversation like a day out on town. Still practicing lifestyle images, as we all are. You're not going to nail it. You're too new. It takes time to nail it. Let me know what you think. Thanks for the feedback. Shot on location with a Leica SL2S Super Vario Elmar 16 to 35, 1/60th of a second, 4.5 at 160 ISO, 3.5, 3/20th of a second. Shot natural light. This is Nate Valentine. Nate, thanks for submitting. Nate, there's something here, but your lines are all crazy, bro. It's like when you shoot wide angle, you can't shoot wide angle vertical. Wide angle vertical just throws lines all over the place. I want you to look at how this line goes and how this is not parallel with, but then also look at your lines here are going that way. And then this, which is also going that way. And then your lines on your buildings are going that way. And then these lines in here are going that way. So although, yes, this is a lifestyle image, the way that you're shooting with a 16, and I'm going to say again, a 16 to 35 millimeter. This is not the lens that I'm thinking about when I'm shooting with my camera this way, because of all the ways that it distracts the lines. If you can't back up, again, that's a you problem. I picked the wrong spot to make this photo. And for me personally, it's distracting. You can't shoot with it. You can't shoot people with a 16 to 35 vertical. Horizontally, yes, but the lines still are going to do all kinds of crazy convergence. So the lens selection here for me is no. Exposure on your three subjects is good. The moment, there's a vibe there with the moment, but what I'm seeing is not great quality. Like it already looks like it's it looks like it's newsprint. I don't know if you're JPEGing a JPEG, but your Leica SL2S should be producing better files than this. So what are you doing on the back end that's making your files look like this? Are you adding texture? Are you adding stuff? And again, don't, because it's not a thing in 2025. It's not a thing. Open a magazine and you'll see. So for me, this picture falls apart when I really look at it big, Nate. This is when now, this is a no bueno. So Wide angle, we don't shoot wide angle vertical, and wide angle for people is just not really a thing, especially on location. Go 50, go 50, go above 50, go 85, back up. Like, make the background more of a like shallow depth of field. It seems that you're quite concerned with what's going on behind them. I do understand like this is a lifestyle picture, but it does look a little bit extra fake. This guy looks like he's putting it on just a little bit too much. So yeah, I feel like there's a couple of elements that are making this picture not work for me. I mean, I know it's impossible to reshoot, but all of the things that I'm saying in this picture, the file quality, the vertical wide angle, all those things are kind of not working for me. So I want you to be watching them the next time you go. Guys, that's Nate Valentine. Thanks for submitting, Nate. This is William Sedgwick. Hey, Carty and crew. I shot this Sunday at 7. We started late. This is one of the first couple of frames. I missed her left arm, but I really like this shot over the other. Thanks for all your help. A7 III, 85mm, 1.8, ISO 125, 6.3, 1/200 of a second, Godox 8200, 1/4 power with a 34-inch softbox. This is William Sedgwick. William, thanks for submitting. William, there's a vibe here. It's overexposed, so it's too light, and I'm wondering if that's because of your shadow and highlight. I'm wondering if that's because of your exposure. Let's look at this at 100%. I want you to see my skin tone, and I want you to see her skin tone. Do you see how she's too creamy? She's too light. Exposure. Like, we have to nail exposure every single time, and you have to recognize that this is too bright in exposure. It's too bright. It's definitely why are my AirPods connecting? There should definitely not be my AirPods connecting. So here we go. Oh, that's the reason. That's the reason. Okay, we're back. That's the reason that that's happening. My audio was connected to the wrong source. I see you. All right. So, Sedgwick, focus, yes. Body language, I don't mind it. Cutting the arm, it's tricky because you have her doing something which is going to push her elbow out. And if you want that close crop, where you're cropping her belly, I'm also watching how this is coming down here. But let's look at this as a cover. As a cover, the eye placement in your eye line is good. And again, I do like the light. It's just too overexposed. It's just too hot. You just need to bring that light back down just a bit. Let's look at this as an 8x10, because I think this is where the picture really changes. When you look at this as an 8x10, when this goes to Instagram, you're going to have to cut part of her bun, which is going to bring you kind of in here. And you're going to lose more of her pants. My thing always when I'm shooting people is I have rules. And rule number 1, watch this, I'm going to write it down. It says no patterns. That's rule number 1. No patterns. And no trends. Those are the thing. Don't be trendy and don't wear patterns, because patterns moire. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to zoom up on this to, oops, let's go back here. Let's zoom. Patterns moire. And also, like, it kind of dates the image too quickly. Like, I really feel like patterns date our images too soon. Sometimes it works, but imagine if this shirt, it was the same shirt, but it was just like a plain gray, or it was a plain color. That's what I'm trying to lean towards. I don't mind the cut of the shirt, but it's the flowers I find distracting. Overall, though, this is a nice level up for you. I'm going to give you the love here William, because it is a true level up. I love how you handled the bad conditions of the sun in the wrong position, and you overpowered that with your own strobe. Like, you have something here, like you really do. We're just, give me this back in portfolio lab chat with the exposure proper. Do that for me, okay? That's William Sedgwick, everybody. I'm gonna give you an 11 on that one, yeah? Again, hard on you still, but it's a great image because I know you're progressing. I'm also very proud of you for finding a new person in front of your camera. That's William Sedgwick. This is Nadine O'Connor. Nadine says, hey, Carty crew, I shot this one earlier this evening, part of the first video documentary series that I've started. Very good for you, Miss Nadine O'Connor. Shot with the Sony A6300 with a Viltrox 40 millimeter lens, 2.5, 60th of a second, ISO 3200. Natural parking lot lights, lots of truck lights, and one Godox LED flat panel light. This is Nadine O'Connor. Nadine, thanks for submitting. I feel like this guy's just a little bit too posed with the like hand on his hip, like, hey, I'm a trucker, and he's got like the hand on his hip. He's holding something. The exposure is off. This is under by, I'm going to call this 2/3 of a stop. So LED panels, they don't give a lot of light. It's also, you have it quite far away. So it's the inverse square law. The further this light has to travel, the less bright it's going to be. So you need to kind of bring that in a little bit tighter. I'm also watching your lines. It's tricky because this line looks like it naturally kind of slopes in on the truck, but then this line is kind of straight. So the place that you put him up against, and the fact that you're lining him up against things that make us see that this line isn't straight, like crop this in a different way so it's not up against the line that shows me that's, and again, I see that this line is straight. Oops, this one here. I see that this line is closer to being straight, but it's not also exactly straight. Like, when you put someone up against something that has straight lines, it becomes like, now my eyes wanting to like angle the frame and see how I can make these lines straight. I'm torn on this as an image. Again, I feel like the exposure is where we lost everything. Him leaning on the truck, he doesn't need to touch the truck. He can just stand in front of it. He can have his hands in his pockets. He can be a little bit more like, he can have his arms crossed like a boss, but the leaning on the truck is tacky. As the pose, it's tacky. The hand on the hip, also tacky, and the forced smile makes this now not a portrait, not an editorial picture. It makes it a snapshot. So I'm trying to get you out of the mindset of snapping. Your last photo that you submitted of a trucker was way better. Wasn't leaning against the truck. You shot it during the day. You moved him off of the truck a little bit. He had like a little bit of a vibe. It felt real. This one is all of that stuff out the window, and you're shooting at night under conditions that you don't have the gear to shoot at night, and it's not working. The exposure's not working. I really want you to learn like how to walk before you run, which means learn how to shoot during the day under natural light before you learn how to shoot at night under artificial light, because like there's such a gap in your skill. Well, I want to try to do the stuff that I don't know how to do. Yeah, but why not try doing more of the stuff that you do know how to do until you achieve some sort of mastery and slowly move in new elements. You change too many elements all at once, and for me, this photo does not work, Nadine. That's Nadine O'Connor. Thanks for submitting, girl. This is Mr. JV. JV says, I came across this drink for the first time over the weekend. Was compelled to try a hero shot. Just forgot to buy Swedish fish to garnish. Sony A5100 40 millimeter 2.8 ISO 100. 13.5 is the f, 1/60th of a second. 8200 Pro with a lantern softbox and 3 foam core boards. This is JV. Let's get it on. This is a vibe. You're starting to get there. You're starting to get there. This is a very claustrophobic frame, though. Like, it's too tight. Like, you're telling me exactly how this wants to be cropped, but what if I need to see the bottom of the can? What if I need to see the bottom of the can? What if literally like you lose a quarter of an inch all the way around this and it's so claustrophobically close to here? It's too close. Next, what if I want to make an 8x10 of this and this now has to go on Instagram? Look how claustrophobically close this is now that it's an 8x10, Jay. Now it's too close. Now I'm actually cutting off parts of the can that are necessary for the branding. The idea is here, but the crop is not. You are being way too claustrophobic. You're forgetting that the camera is 8 across here. Oops, 8 across here and 12 across here. And that when it goes to magazines, the crop changes. When you need it to be a square, the crop changes. So why would you not give me some more room so I can determine how tight or what format I want this? So that's the next step, is not being so like with your framing. Like, be looser. And again, this comes from you looking at examples of other energy drinks or other drink photography. As far as the lighting, we're missing having a highlight on this side of it. Not really sure how you're lighting this because the light seems to come from like nowhere. There's no real highlights on the can. I want you to look at how Garan is shooting cans. I'm just going to pop open Mr. Garan Rath's website and show you some of his product photography. Look at how he's giving the product space. Space. The product needs space and space. Like, it's super important because there's always going to be text over top of our product. There's always going to be text. Grant doesn't have, he edited a whole bunch of stuff off of his site. So, yeah, it's too close. It's too close, and the lighting is not right. Again, I want you to keep practicing the color composition, definitely onto something, but a majority of the time, it's just the can. It's not the can and a glass. Secret time. People who drink energy drinks don't pour them into a glass and then drink them. They drink them from the can, yes or yes. So because of that, this is why you see energy drinks just with the can. You never see the energy drink with a glass beside it. It's not a beer. It's an energy drink. So these are things that you have to think about. This one for me is close, but this one's a miss just with the cropping and the light. Although the elements are there. Reshoot this can only, lose the glass, and really work on that light with this same background. Do that for me. Thanks for submitting. That one was Mr. JV. Thanks for submitting, Jay. Francis Jeffrey. Francis says, this is a posed portrait of a stranger at a museum. I pose a stranger. So I have too many photos today to look at. I can't read all of your descriptions. I just can't. And I just need to see the work. I don't need to hear the context. Show me the work. This was shot on my Rebel T5 with an 18 to 270 lens. Wow. Throw that lens out the window. At 33 millimeters. He said that he's no longer using it. Thank you. 1/80th of a second, 5.6 at ISO 800. This is Francis Jeffrey Francis. Not sure what's happening here. This is photographed through a kaleidoscope. I'm going to just say no. Look at this. I'm just going to say no, because that's what a 75 or like a 27 to 6,000 lens looks like indoors under no light at the ISO that you're shooting with a Rebel. This is what it looks like. It's not even remotely close to in focus, the one person that's the actual person. And then every other version of her in this scene is just going to be different versions of that. So for me, this is a novelty. This is something that's fun for Instagram, but unless you're lighting it, shooting it with the right lens, and it's the right subject matter that's not wearing a mask that literally is covering half of their face, it's 2025. So shooting this, this doesn't work. It doesn't work for your portfolio. And it's now you taking a radical direction left from the very positive direction that you've been going recently. So your 28 to 270 lens is not going to cut it as far as creating portfolio level work. And this is a kitschy idea, which is fun for her, but it does not work for your portfolio. So this is a no for me, Francis. I hope that helps. All right, that's Francis Jeffrey. Francis, thanks for submitting. This is Mr. Ian Martin. Ian says, I brought the strobe in the rain and underestimated how cold this would be. Z8, 17 to 35, 2.8, ISO 250, 1/60th of a second, f11, with one Godox 8600 Pro. This is Mr. Ian Martin. Ian, well, this is a yes. This is a yes all day long, Ian. I love this photograph. I love this. Let's look at it as a double. It's pretty textbook, Ian. You're a little claustrophobic here in the nose. I would really like to have a little bit more room on the truck back here. These circle flares that are happening because you're flat, like that's the raindrops being affected by the strobe. The placement of the strobe, which looks actually like a street light. It's so good. This is so good, Ian. I gotta say, this is one of my favorite pictures that you've ever submitted. This is excellent, my guy. This is a yes all day long. This is definitely an amazing add to your portfolio. I mean, come on, Ian. This is like, yes, do me this. More like this, Ian, because
yes,
like,
yes.
You just did something different. You went out in the rain. You shot the right car under the right conditions. This is such a yes. I'd love to see this as a color image, because I feel also this would hold up as a color image. And tonally, I feel like there might even be more to it as a color image, with seeing just hints of green down here, hints of brown, the actual color of what this truck is, if that's a yellow license plate, like the hints of the blue in the sky. I feel like this would be really nice in color, because it murders in black and white. There's no doubt that this will kill in color. This is a yes, Ian. Ian's getting an 11 from me. Well done, Mr. Ian Martin. Thanks for submitting, Ian. Appreciate you. All right, guys, you are watching Portfolio Lab, where I have photographers from all over the world submit work that they are considering for their portfolio, and I tell them yes and why, or I say no, absolutely no, and why. Thursdays, I give an editorial assignment, an advertising assignment. I give the type of assignments that you'll typically get when you're a working pro. Some of these are modeled after the actual assignments that I've been given during my career. And what I do is I give you a detailed brief, you go out and make it, and the next week I review it. This is week 11. We're in lifestyle week. And this week, Thursday, we are looking at your lifestyle picture assignments, but we might be seeing a couple today, which is more than okay. Tuesdays are days that it's open. I'll look at any picture that you've shot within the last year, preferably stuff that you've shot more recently, because again, you're not the same photographer that you were a year ago. If you're doing it right, you should be a year better than you were back then. So not that interested in looking at older pictures. This is Juan Herrera. Juan says, I'm considering this for my portfolio. I'd like your take. Thanks. EOS R 24-105 at 70 f9 1/25th of a second, ISO 100. Two strobes, one behind. Okay, two strobes. Juan Herrera thinking about this shot for his portfolio. Let's look at Mr. Juan Herrera. Thanks for submitting, Juan. Off the bat, Juan, this is light. It is too light. It is bordering on really light. It is bordering on 2/3 of a stop over. This is over. This is a black man. Look at my skin. Look at how white his skin is. Look at his hands. White. Look at the highlights. White. Look at the blacks. Gray. So, are you considering this picture for your book? Please no. Not in the state that it is. And right now, the crop, the way that this is so claustrophobically tight, like, give me more space. Because if you give me more space and you don't clip the white, then I can take that white and extend this as far as I want. And I can put him, because I can also extend the white here, I can put him anywhere on a white space. But because you clipped it so close, it's too claustrophobic for me to, like, I don't want to recreate this. An art director is going to hate you for giving that much space. And also the blacks, the skin color. Like, again, remember, this is a black guy. He's black. He looks very white. He looks gray, actually. And his hair, also black, looks gray, like my beard. So this, and the pose, the, like, this thing that he's doing, this thing, like where does that come in? It's tacky. And I think that your poses, your ideas are better than this. I feel like this is him doing what he thinks is cool, and you shot it. And that's wrong for both of you, because A, it's not cool, and B, shouldn't have shot it. Because the way that his arm is coming in like this, an arm extended forward to camera, it's just not flattering. It's not flattering. So this goes for anybody. So if you're going to do that, you have to do it more like a hand at camera, not the whole arm out there. It's just, I mean, if you're going to do it, you have to do it right. And for me, this is not a thing. And one, you have to recognize when a picture is 2/3 of a stop overexposed, bro. You're in my accelerator. You have to recognize when your shot is, like, make it the right exposure before you send it to me and tell me that you're considering, please. Because again, you're in my accelerator. My expectations of you are way up here, and this image and the idea is beneath you. So this is a no. Let it go. Let it go. Don't have an emotional attachment to your images. Let it go. And do not, this picture's out there and it's 2/3 of a stop overexposed. So make sure that you nail your exposure before you're letting, like, pictures go out into the world. It's your reputation. All right. That was Juan Herrera. This is Natalie Bennett. Natalie says, I'm considering this for my portfolio and my updated website. Shot in July. An effort to complete one of my assignments. A74E, 35 to 150, F2, shot at 89, 1/250th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100. This is Miss Natalie Bennett. Natalie, thanks for submitting. So, Natalie, this is a no for me. This is a no. This girl is scared to death. She's scared to death. She doesn't know if what she's doing is right. Do you know how I know that? Because it's written all over her face. It says right here on her face, I don't know what she wants me to do. I'm not sure if she likes this. I don't know if this is right. She's saying all of this in these right here, these eyes. She's saying, I don't know what I'm doing. She's uncomfortable and she's too thick. Like, again, no offense to her, but for photos for your portfolio, her standing up against the wall, like it's just an exercise in uncomfortability. She just looks so uncomfortable. It's not the thing. Yeah, there's too many things happening in the background. She's not the right subject for you. And if you had submitted it during an assignment way back when, I would have said the same thing. This is a no. The location is not right. It's a brick wall. There's nothing exciting about the way that you're using this brick wall, and there's nothing exciting about this brick wall. The light on her face, the open shade, yes, but she's turning into the wall, which is essentially blocking a whole bunch of light from hitting that side of her face. Because now the light that's hitting this side of her face is side light, now you're putting all kinds of lines and weirdness and weird shadows on her face that wouldn't be there if she's lit by flat light. Also, her face is wide. Again, she's an unwilling participant. How do I know she's an unwilling participant? It's written all over her face, which is why we don't show these photos. That is Natalie Bennett. Thanks for submitting, Natalie. That's a no for me. This is Lamont DeSalle. I submitted an image from a shoot I did for a local clothing designer for a magazine submission. Let me know if I can add this to my portfolio. Thank you again for your time. I appreciate it so much. You're very welcome, Lamont. Z6, 50mm 1.8, ISO 140, f7.1, 1/60th of a second. Shot with a AD 600 Pro large umbrella, AD 400 Pro towards the background. This is Lamont DeSalle. Lamont. Lamont, it's how you're standing. It's how you're standing in the studio. I swear I want you to watch my video where it's called Legendary Hacks That Pros Use in Studio. Your background, like your background is here, okay? And you're standing, like if this was your background, this is the background stand, this is how it comes out, and then it flares like this, right? Flares out like this. You're standing here and aiming in that way on this shoot. One of your other shoots, I saw you standing over here and aiming in that way. And also, this girl is a shorty, okay? She's short. She looks like she's 5 foot. So you're standing and aiming down at her. Next, you're shooting wide angle. And I can tell you're shooting wide angle because of how this is bending. Like, how is she standing on the ground where it looks like she's falling forward? Because it looks like she's on a slant. It looks literally like she's on a slant, right? So, and she's on heels that are way too high for her. So all of this, the angle that you're hitting her, the fact that she's short, you're a giant, and you're aiming down on her, like you're shooting down on her that way, which then messes up your lines of the background. You're shooting her at a weird angle, like, which makes her feet look weird because you don't see the back of the shoe. So you just see her toes pointing without seeing the back heel. This styling is like, overall, dude, no. This is a no. This is a no. It's like, I have to see what lens you shot this with because, Lamont, a 50. A 50. Well, again, you're shooting this, this, you needed to shoot at an 85 because she's so small and you're aiming down on her, like it makes me think she's smaller than 5 foot. Do you know what I mean? Which, again, why are you shooting these mini girls and then thinking that you're going to put it in your portfolio? This is a no, dude, for me. What she's doing with her hand is a no. Holding on to her hat is a no. She's raising her eyebrows. The makeup is extra. This is just a no, dude. So again, old stuff, you're still trying to peddle old work and thinking that it's going to work in the 21st century, and it's not. There's too much foreground here. This is, yeah, there's just a lot of simple mistakes here, Lamont, that you're making, and it starts with who you're shooting and the teams that you're working with. And again, I've talked about this over and over and over. So I know you're feeling like I'm giving you punches. I can see you in chat. I apologize that you feel that, but you need to know. You need to know. It's like I draw lines, axis lines where my subject stands, and axis lines where I go. Like I show exactly how I set up shooting in the studio, and I don't deviate from that line. And I'm also lower than the top of the model's head, so my lines are straight. If you look at your background outside of this photo, your lines are like all like, and you're just cutting that out. So yeah, that's a no. Next on my list is Mrs. J. Tracy. Miss J. Tracy. Jay says, originally shot for the week 8 assignment. Okay, dream client, Versace, bright crystal and yellow diamond. This is a spec shoot for your dream client. A7 R4 ISO 400 6.3 1/250 second. Shot with a newer strobe inside a beauty dish and softbox. And then she sent me a reference to the Versace campaign. Thank you for submitting. This is J. Tracy. J. This is a bit stronger. You're in a tricky situation. This girl, amazing. This girl, not the right girl. And putting them both in the same picture is difficult because she could be a model. She's got the right bone structure, the right skin. And you can see how she's holding, like she knows a little bit more as far as like how to be a presenter and how to model. She's got the right bone structure. She's got the right skin. Her makeup is done well. This girl looks scared to death. She looks unsure. You can see it in her mouth and you can see it in her eyes. She's saying, and also her hand looks like a claw. Yes or yes? Her hand looks like a claw. So, like, there's no niceness with how she's holding her fingers. It's just, look at the difference. Someone who's done it before, someone who's never done it before. So having those people both in the same photo for you, Jay, means like this, it's a wash. Because one girl's carrying the photo, but the other girl doesn't need to be in it. So in this case, yes, you shoot some of the both of them, but I hope that you have pictures of just this girl alone and that you'll shoot that girl alone again. Let me look at the campaign idea that you're referencing from. This is the link that you sent me. That's not remotely close to that picture. Not remotely close to that picture. This is silver mylar. Again, not remotely close to this picture. I'm not seeing anything here that is referencing your picture. That's the closest, but guess what? This has one model. This has two. There's actually nothing here that shows two models or anything remotely close to your reference. So there's a reason that, like, if it's multiple models in one picture, it's like the perfect black girl. It's the perfect white girl. It's the perfect Asian girl. It's the perfect redhead girl. And they're all real models and they're all holding the product, like, not like, you know what I mean? Not clenching it. So for me, Jay, this is a reshoot for me. I would reshoot this just with this single girl. And the background, because you didn't do silver mylar, you did this like wedding kind of baby shower looking mylar. It's lowering the value of the feel of this picture. So I hate to be so honest, but that's the truth. Shoot this a girl again. Shoot her again. this girl do portraits of, but she's not a model. When you shoot her trying to be a model, you can see how hard she's forcing it. Everything's wrong about her body language. Everything. I hope that helps you. That is Miss J. Tracy. And thank you for submitting that even after the hour. It's totally fine to submit something after the fact. If you miss an assignment, I don't mind you submitting after. But again, if you're shooting something to reference, don't just look at something and be like, yeah, I got it. And then just going like, no, if you're shooting something for reference, try to figure out the elements in that photo that actually works, you know? I did say, Jay said, that assignment, I said, take an inspiration and make it your own. Absolutely. But when you see one model and then you're like, yeah, but I'm going to do it with two. Well, then now your photo doesn't work because one model hit and your other model didn't. So now you can't use the whole picture. Did you shoot solos of each of them? So you had a safety of an idea with an individual person, like your reference. So, yeah, you jumped the shark there, Jay. This is Mr. Marcus Mack. Marcus says, this is a portrait session for a real estate agent shot in his office with one light, a reflector on his left, and open light. This is Mr. Marcus Mack. I'm happy you're submitting again, Marcus. Thanks for submitting. There's a vibe here. This is too formal with the hands. It's too formal with the hands at the desk, like he's in high school and you're shooting a portrait of him. Like, think about it. Of all the different places you could pose, all the different ways that you could pose this handsome dude, you decided on the table. Not or you know what I mean? Or it's hands clenched, like when the teacher said, cross your hands, and then you're photographing him in front of a table. So you're making this look like a school portrait. I'm trying to figure out why. Now, if you're going to shoot someone against a table, let's look at some other photographers that have shot people up against tables, like Platon. Let's look at how Platon shoots people when he's shooting them at a table. Let's see the perspective, because I know that he does that from time to time. Look at the pose on the table. I want you to look at up here. Here's another pose of a guy at a table. Look at that pose. It's something that we have to do. Marcus, look at this pose of a guy at a table. So if we're going to do that kind of a photo, it can't just look at Questlove at a table. If you're going to make the picture and do a picture that we've seen many times before, Tim Stoppard at a table. If you're going to do something like this, it has to be more. It has to be more, Marcus. It's too conservative. The light is also underexposed. I want you, again, you're my accelerator. You need to recognize that this is half a stop under. Okay? Look at my skin tone. Look at my skin tone. And look at his skin tone. Look at how dark it is. You see my highlights here? Look at his highlights. How dark it is. And it doesn't matter how light or dark our complexion is. Exposure goes beyond that. Because you can see down here how you're losing detail. How here just goes black. How you're losing detail up in here. That goes black. It's exposure. So that we also have to watch. Your light placement, I'm seeing your nose shadow is just joining here, but you could have skied the light just a touch more and changed the nose angle just a little bit. I see that he's got a touch of a reflector back here, but I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more reflector back here to pull a little bit more oomph on the shadow side of him. And it feels like he's just participating, but he's not into it at all. Yes or yes? He's participating, but he's not into it at all. Yes or yes? Because you're being robotic and methodically doing and not being not talking to him, not being friendly, not loosening him up, which is why this is the photo that you got, which is a very bum tight picture that it's not selling him. It's not making him likable. It's just making him there. You know, it's not making him hit. It's just, he's just there. So for me, hey, thanks for subbing. Appreciate you. Trio. So that for me, and again, we got a whole bunch of people subscribing. Thanks for joining us, guys. This, Marcus, again, you're in my accelerator. This is why I'm harder on people who are in my accelerator than people who aren't. But know this, man, you have so much talent, but you get in your head and you forget to interact. You forget to be funny. You forget to be loose. Right now, you're too tight. I got to get you loose so your subjects can be loose when they're hanging out with you. That's the whole goal here, is to get your subjects loose so you're getting a really compelling vibe from them. You're not getting an uptight anal vibe from them. Do you know what I mean? You're getting an anticipation. You're getting a projection from your subject. You're not having your subject waiting for this experience to be over, which is what this guy's saying all over his face. So, Marcus, I hope there's other edits from here. Fix the exposure, and your poses have to go beyond. They have to. It's very necessary. Work on that for the next time, okay? This is Marcus Mack. So this is Daniel Van Cleef. This is authentic, available light. Fuji X Pro 3, 50mm, ISO 2500, 1250 of a second at 2.8. This is Mr. Daniel Van Cleef. Daniel. There's a vibe here, Daniel. There's a vibe here. The exposure's a little bit off in the framing. Also, I know you're shooting for Substack, but you also have to be shooting for a magazine. I know you're shooting for Substack, but you also have to be shooting for a magazine. So how could you frame this gentleman so he actually works as a double page? Well, leave the records as they are, and instead of having him lean on the records, have him stand behind the records, right here. Have him stand behind the records. Have him flipping through the records. You know what I mean? And then have him catch you. I love the light placement. I love everything that's on the table. I love the background. But his placement, it's so frustrating because you're not on the thirds. You're not composing on the thirds, because if I do this and draw a line right here, you're not on the thirds, because a third would be here. And again, you're not doing quarters. You're not even centering him. So it's just this offset frame that is making me mental, Daniel. It's making me crazy because, again, you know this stuff. All we need to do is just move this guy over, bro. Just move him over. For me, it throws off the entire balance of this shot, and it almost makes me not able to look at it. It almost makes me not able to look at it. And it's almost like I want you to just now crop this as a vertical. But we're losing so much of the picture if you do that. If you crop this as a vertical, look at how much more sense this picture makes. That makes now more sense. But you're losing so much of the image. So that crop, that's all we have. That's all we have is how we choose to frame our photos. It's our last vestige of artistic integrity is how we crop our pictures. We have to have an insane discipline. when it comes to how we crop. And also, we have to always be thinking, where does this picture go in the world? Is it a billboard? Is it a double page spread? Is it a single page in a magazine? And aesthetically, is my framing pleasing? Or is my framing making people want to correct it? And this is one of those photos that every photographer that's watching this right now is like, oh my God, move over. Just like everybody is saying that right now. And I'm sure you, the photographer, here, watch this. I'm going to stand right here. I'm just going to do my episode from here. It's not quite on the thirds, but it's definitely not centered. I'm just going to sit here and just see how long it takes for you to start getting like, dude, like move over, like center, right? You feel that, like that tension that it's caused by just like, hey guys, how you doing? Me sitting here, right? It's just like, dude, just like move over. It's a little bit. Anton wants to see the couch. You don't need to see the couch. There's nothing back there. But maybe camera three. You get to see a little bit behind the scenes. Gentlemen. You're so good, Daniel. And again, just also a little bit of exposure in here. This is under by about a third. So you can pull this up and until we start losing just a touch of detail here and a touch of detail in here. But overall, Daniel, it hits. Like, I love your photography, bro. I love your pictures. I see things, obviously. I'm a crazy person. I love the concept. I love the idea. I love the location, bro. Do me this. Go back and shoot this man again. Do that. Go shoot this man again for me, or give me some other frames, because you're like this close. Seriously. So great job. Thanks for that. That's Daniel Van Cleef. Let's see my heart rate. I'm doing all right. I thought I was busting a gasket. This is Gary Rishi. Glad Gary's submitting again. My cousin was gracious enough to allow me to test my new strobe on his face last week. A7 III Sigma 85mm, ISO 100, 125th f5. Godox DP400 with a 3-foot octabox. Black background. This is Gary Rishi. Gary. So I can tell that you're learning light because you are literally putting light where an on-camera flash would appear. Like literally. You're putting light where an on-camera flash could appear. And how do I know? Because it says right here in the eyeballs. It says right here. This is you. This is your strobe. And obviously, if his eye is a clock, I know that he's standing here, you're standing here, and the light is literally at eye level, like at camera level. It's not up aiming down. It's as if you just used on-camera flash, because you put your camera here and your flash here. And I can tell because of how deer in the headlights that this looks, and how shadowless it is. There's no shadows because you're lighting him flat, where we're supposed to light him. Again, if this is your background and this is your subject, you have your camera here and your flash here, aiming straight at him, when your flash is supposed to be up here, aiming down at him, which then shapes his face here, throws a shadow under here, puts a nose shadow under here, gives him shadow under here. But his face is also not like this. His face is like this. Yes or yes? His face is up. And also, he's pulling back and his face is up. So I know you're practicing, but we have to be not forgetting everything about photography and shooting pictures when you have someone standing in for you to shoot a light test. I need you to think about placement. The sun is up in the sky. It comes down on us. It rarely hits us straight on like that. You're not like, so placement of light. They have stands. Look, I have a light back here. I have a light way back here. And that light's on a stand. And that stand has it way, way up. You just go like this. You sky it and you change the angle. And then that light stand right here, up there, is putting, secret, it's putting that on the wall. That's a light that's doing that. That's not the window casting that over here. It's not that. That's me putting that in artificially. But I'm aiming, it's high aiming down, which is how we have to light faces. This light up here, here's another example. Look at how I'm here, but this light is above my head, aiming down at me. Up here, aiming down at me. And when you see here what that light does on my face, little no shadow, little bit of shaping here, little shadow, a little bit over here, shapes the face, molds the face. It's not right here aiming straight at me. So, Gary, watch some of my lighting videos. Watch 2 simple ways to flatter with one light. It's on my playlist. It's on my Making Pictures playlist. Do that for me. Go to my Making Pictures. Go right to the end because it's the very first video. Watch it, please. It'll teach you how to place light. Guys, this is Gary Rishi. So it's a bit of a miss for me, Gary. Your subject, you're going to have to zhuzh him up a bit, eh? Like, you're going to have to, like, he's your brother. He should feel more, like, he's so uncomfortable. Get him, have a smile, a little bit of a lot, like, comfortable. You know what I mean? That's the vibe. All right, Gary. That is Gary Rishi. Thanks for submitting, Gary. This is Taylor Valentine. Taylor says, stepping a bit outside of my norm. This one, I wish that the horizon line was a bit lower. Blah, 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 blah. Nikon Z6 Mark II, 24 to 70 f4, ISO 400, 5.6, 320, ISO 400, 5.6, 3200th of a second is what I'm trying to say. This is Taylor Valentine. Taylor, closer. She's definitely posing. Clipping the glove down here. And it looks like she has a glove on one hand and a mitten on the other. Am I mistaken? This is a glove. That's a glove. This is a mitten. So these kinds of details I notice, which means your client will notice. Did she have these liner gloves on underneath, but then either take both of them off or have both of them on? But one of them on and one of them off is definitely noticing. The fact that you're clipping this glove and you could have just stood back a little bit further. You're also clipping the snowboard bindings here, which if I had a snowboard company and the bindings, obviously you'd show the bindings on the other side. You're also clipping the graphics on the bottom of the snowboard, like down here. So if you're trying to shoot snowboard wear, everything has to be tight. You have to organize the gaiter. You have to make sure that the hood looks nice, because in here, what's going on in here looks all twisty. So if you're now trying to do this, you have to do it. Go in tight and clean up the gaiter. Do whatever kind of tucking that you need to do. Her helmet straps are too loose, so fix the helmet straps. Like all of this, like have this pulled up over her face or something like that, so she looks more like the unknown skier, rather than show the face and have her posing like you're taking a snapshot of her. The pose makes this really feel snapshot. It really does feel snapshot. The fact that you're just standing straight on and you didn't lower yourself means that now the horizon line is going directly through her head. So yes, she's got a cool reflection here, but I'm not noticing this because you didn't push her up in the frame and have her head up against just clear sky. Because if it was up against clear sky, then I would have noticed that she has this cool reflection in her glasses. But I'm just following this and seeing that that goes through her head. So lower yourself, So I'm not competing. Our eyes aren't competing when we look at this photo. I'm seeing her, but I'm also seeing this house and this tree and this patch of snow and this mountain range and all this other stuff behind that's distracting me from what you're trying to sell here. And what are you selling? Are we selling the jacket? Are we selling the snowboard? Are we selling the hat? Are we selling the goggles? What are we selling? Are we selling the lifestyle of it? Well, if that's the case, why is she posing? Why is she here waiting for you to take the picture? Do you know what I mean? So these are the things that you have to ask yourself when it comes to photography. Like for me, this photo doesn't make sense because she's here, one glove on, one glove off, and she's waiting for you to take a picture. And the intention with this photo and the framing is not quite as serious as it needs to be in order for it to be like an ad or something that a client could use. Hope that helps you. The horizon line lost it. This right here is what makes this a snapshot. All you need to do is lower yourself and elevate her so she's now up against the sky, and then now you're iconizing her. You're iconoclasting her. You're turning her into an iconic thing. So you're aiming up at her, pushing the horizon line down, so now you're removing all the distractions. So now you just see her and what she's wearing. And then have her not like be up there waiting, like, are you taking the picture? Do you want me to say cheese? Like that's like literally, do you want me to say cheese? It feels like what the next vibe is here. She definitely looks like she's waiting for you to do your thing, which is not the feeling that lifestyle photography is supposed to give. That is Mr. Taylor Valentine. Thanks for submitting, Taylor. Lifestyle's hard, man. It's the hardest type of photography you're going to do. It's the hardest type of photography you're going to do. So this is Eric Hernandez, boxing gym, EOS R6, 24-70, 2.8, ISO 100, 5.6, 1/200th of a second. Shot to Flashpoint 300 with a 48-inch octabox. This is Eric Hernandez. Eric, thanks for submitting. The light is wrong, Eric. The light is absolutely wrong. There's nothing that's hitting here. You're using front light. Like I would, like, what's happening back here? What's happening back here? What's happening over here? Am I to believe in this shot, somehow this is the only part of this picture that's lit? So what I want to see is light up here, some sort of a flare with the light coming this way. So it actually now gives some sort of a sun flare and creates some sort of a mystery. There needs to be a mystery. And then the framing, you're cutting off this glove because you're punched in too tight. I definitely see that you're trying to do a double page spread, but this is not sexy. The look on his face is not like a guy punching a heavy bag is not his sexiest moment, which is why, let me tell you a secret. You don't see ads of people punching heavy bags. You don't see ads of people punching heavy bags. And then also this color yellow and the boxing gym branding is totally distracting. Would you agree? Totally distracting, and the yellow doesn't like, so this is a mess. This is a mess. And also the boxing bag now is swinging. So then it becomes impossible to like line up these like it doesn't make sense. The crop doesn't make sense. Have him sitting on this box, literally have him sitting on the box, sweating, boxing gloves, here, looking at camera, in the gym, sweating. That's the picture. Him doing this stuff? No. And not, if you're going to do that, back up. Show what else is happening inside the gym. That makes a lifestyle picture. Guy over here is skipping. This guy's hitting the thing. But like the light has to be right. The light here, it's like you just lit him and shot. For me, if I was in this horrible gym to shoot, like lighting condition wise, the worst lighting conditions, I'd need 6 lights in order to make this look polished enough to show, like, in order to make it look polished enough to show, or the boxing gym has some sort of natural light, like it's a cool outdoor natural light kind of gym. Like the gym determines the type of photographs that you can shoot. So let me see if I can find boxing gym, professional photography. Because if you're doing boxing gym photos, would you not look at other shots that have happened in boxing gyms? Look at this picture. Look at this light. Right? Like, most of it is going to look garbage. Most of it. But look at this picture of this girl up against a non-distracting background. Look at this picture where it's just him hanging out with the thing. But this is never going to work. This is never going to work. It just never works. Just look at all the examples of how it doesn't work. This, way closer, but look at the creative angle the photographer's shooting at. Look at the light. Look at like the ceiling. Like, there's so many different elements that make this great. Look at this lifestyle picture in a cool gym that's got the right colors and it's pushed back. Look at this portrait of a boxer after the, look at this portrait of a boxer lit doing something, which is taping his hands, and then shows you what that set actually looks like. Here, showing you what that set actually looks like, which is, here's the lighting setup. So look, this is what it looks like. So in order to get this image, so they're really like, we really have to go way further, bro. We have to, Eric, because you can't make a photo without a reference. And if you're not looking at references of the best photography that you see happening in boxing gyms, how are you going to make it? How are you going to do it? Look at this photograph. Do you know what I mean? Without any references, it's just a shot in the dark. Look at this photograph. Like, look at all the different ways that you could have used the gym. Do you know what I mean? But you didn't know that because you didn't look at references before you shot. So look at this boxing photograph, lit. Look at that quality of light. You notice how he's not lighting from the front. He's actually, in fact, only lighting from behind. So, Eric, the light, bro. The light is what you have to work on crafting, and the crop and the idea. For me, this is definitely jumping into a new area, but you can't do this without first looking at an insane amount of boxing photography. Then your brain is full. Then you walk into a gym and you're like, I see. Instead, you just walked into a gym and just like, yeah, go over here, punch the bag, click, click, click. Okay, I got it. And you wonder why my reaction is this. I hope showing you what your competition is doing in the boxing space helps you. I hope this helps you. And again, one of my photographers, Anton Duras, he has an incredible photo of a kid boxer on one of his travels with the gloves like up like this, naturally lit, like it's in Cambodia or something insane. The kid's all sweating. It's like National Geographic. It's so good. Like, talk to Anton and talk about how he captured that shot. And again, there's no pretense to it. There's no ego to it. It's just easy. You know what I mean? So, Eric, this is a miss for me, my guy. This is a miss. It's Eric Hernandez, everybody. Jennifer Grace. Jennifer says, dying out, get outside, get out of the studio. Canon EOS R, ISO 120, f4, 320th of a second, shot natural light. This is Jennifer Grace. Jennifer, what is going on with the sizing here? You're providing a picture that is far too small for me to look at. These pictures, this is actual size. The pictures need to be 4,000 pixels wide. That is the number one thing when you submit photos, is that it has to be the right size. This is not the right size. It upsets me. Okay. Because of that, now look at the quality of this picture when I zoom it in. You see what I mean? Like it makes it almost, and I'm surprised Garan didn't catch this and make it so I couldn't look at this photo this week because of this reason. Sizing, I'm very specific because of so many factors. Ideal wise, Jennifer, there's something here. Definitely. I like the light. The little ukulele is cute. Her head angle is a little bit up, which means you're now revealing a double chin that she doesn't really have because of your angle. You're shooting at an angle where you can see under here. And you remember me saying over and over and over and over and over again, like extend out and drop your chin. So you're actually like hiding that. So that for me is a factor. Again, notice the jaggediness. Composition wise, it's okay. I just want you to notice, I like that you shoot in open shade, but you often shoot from open shade into direct sun, which then now this creates a hot spot. And this hot spot, our eye can't help but go there because it's the brightest part of the picture. And that's not where you want our eye to go. And also, it's on the exact eye line that you want the person to look, which is the face. But we look here and we look here before we look here. Because again, all you need to do, because it's bright over there, do this. Move this way and shoot that way. And now you're cutting out all of that and you're shooting into an area that is all shaded. And then therefore you're not getting this huge highlight of like the bright light hitting her head. And you actually get a little bit more even light throughout the whole scene. This is a good image. I'm upset about the sizing. I'd like to see this properly sized and possibly some other edits where you're not skimming her. You're actually hitting her straight on. You see, she's projecting that way, but yet you're skimming her. She's looking that way, but yet you're hitting her from that angle. So don't skim. Like, present your subject in front. Don't like jack off to the side and try to like catch him from the side. Again, I'll show you. Look at magazine covers. Every magazine cover is straight on, straight on, straight on. So if you're shooting your subjects from the side, then you're not gonna, like, your pictures aren't going to be hitting the same way as photographers that put their subject here and stand right in front of them and shoot that way. Well, what about what's behind? Well, just move them. Now they're here standing right in front of you and you're shooting that way. Move them. You can change what the person is in front of. That's up to you. All good, Jennifer. So this one is this one is close. I'd like to see other edits from this. I'm going to say that. It could go in your book, but this double chin on a lady who doesn't have a double chin, this is head angle. Because again, you're letting her head roam too far up as she looks off into the blah, blah, blah. Like, just, it's wishy-washy. Just start, like, watch the things. It's all about flattery. Like, we're trying to make these people look amazing. And that's rarely head up against a tree. You know what I mean? Because that, again, reveals this when she's trying to... Anyways, Jennifer, I hope that helps you. This is Jennifer Grace. Thanks for submitting, Jennifer. Miss Jennifer Grace. Andy Phillips. Andy says, it was to put me to step out of the... Okay. So, Canon T5, 50mm, 3.5, 200th of a second, ISO 400. This is Andy Phillips. Andy, thanks for submitting. Okay. Step 1, off the dark backgrounds. Great. Step 2, learn how to light backgrounds. And, you're still lighting your products like you're lighting people, which is a single source, which I can see right here, because I can see the hotspot right here. Please talk to Gran about lighting products so he can school you. I'm going to say again, you need reflector boards. You need reflectors. So you don't light the product. This is a secret. You don't light the product. You light the board. You light the board. And the board lights the product, okay? Because then you have long, nice shadows. And again, this milk glass, this does not look like milk. It's not crispy. It's not crispy. And in fact, like the shutter speed is not, so this is blurred because you're trying to, again, run before you can walk. Have you shot a drip before? Have you shot a splash before? Never. Cool. So let's also change the color, learn how to change to color from a dark background, learn how to do light, learn how to do a different kind of product photography, and add a splash all at once. How many variables are you trying to do and think that you're going to hit? Show me the picture without the splash. Nail it first without the splash. And then, yes, with the splash. This picture is also very claustrophobic. Too close, too close, too close, too close, too close, too close, too close to the bottom of the frame, Andy. Again, you're not going to give me even a centimeter of detail or of distance between the milk on the table and the strawberries. You're not going to give me an inch. And also, what about when I want to make an 8x10 of this, Andy, and I crop it like this to 8x10, and I see that your splash is now out of frame? Did you know your splash was out of frame? Well, no, because you weren't thinking about after. You like, there's too many things, there's too many variables that you're trying to do, because this was framed perfectly before you added the splash. But now the splash is just jump the shark. So again, I don't want to say framed perfectly because it's still framed very, very, very claustrophobic. Back it up, back it up, back it up. And again, I'll say milk to go, strawberry, Go-Gurt, or whatever the hell this shit is. Like, you need to be shooting more, like, more exciting products, because then the packaging looks better. And then they're like milk to go. Milk to go, just like an energy drink. I promise you, it's milk to go. Guess what I don't have when I'm going? Guess what I don't have when I'm going? A fucking glass. I don't have a glass because I'm milk to go. I'm drinking it right out of this. So why is there a glass there? So these kinds of like logic things when it comes to products and advertising, the only way that you're going to not be making mock ads that don't look silly is to actually look at advertising for the products that you're choosing to shoot. The problem is that you're just going to the grocery store, you're opening a cabinet, you're grabbing something, and you're going home and you're taking pictures of it. You're not like seeing an ad for that product. You're not seeing an ad for that product and saying, I'm going to do a better ad than that one, and then go buying the product. You're buying the product first. So the picture has to make sense for the product. The product is called milk to go. I do not walk with a crystal glass in my pocket for when I drink milk to go. It's to go. So these are the things. Same with the energy drink in the glass. It's like you're making up stuff. Stop making up stuff and start looking at references to see what the art directors who have like poured over advertising this product have come up with, and then do your take on that. If you don't have the ad to reference, guess what? You shouldn't be shooting the product. Straight up. Because that means there's nobody who's paying for advertising for that product. So I hope that helps you, Andy. This one, although way better than your last, there's so much you have to do here. And trying to light a splash is not the same way that you light a bottle. Like, there's so many elements here, and it ends up, sadly, like what your table now looks like. It ends up being a mess. So I'm sorry, my guy, it's a mess. And again, too close, too close, too close, too close. Watch your crop. This is what an 8x10 looks like. Remember that. It's too close. I hope that helps you. That is Andy Phillips. Thanks for submitting, Andy. All right, Mr. Andy Phillips. This is Anton Dudis. Anton says, this is Brunei with a stunning mosque. Sony A6600, Sigma 18-50, ISO 100, 6.3, 1/200 of a second. This is Mr. Anton Dudis. Anton. There's a vibe here. It's compositionally strong. It's compositionally strong, although I do not know how this fits in with like the type of photography that you do. I know that you're a travel shooter. This feels very creative touristy picture. It feels very creative. And again, there's no people here. This is begging for two ladies to be flicking coins into this fountain, or a man to be here praying, or people to be walking along here, because it's just, there's nobody. There's no life in this scene. It's just, and again, I can't figure out the perspective. I guess I'm in some upper window with some like, it just looks, it's too touristy for me. It's too touristy. I feel like there's a way to shoot this that's valuable to the hotel. And I feel like this one, look at it as a cover. Like, it's too busy to be a magazine cover. Look at it as an 8x10. It no longer works when you're bringing it into an 8x10. Look at these bars here. And I mean, Anton, I'm a fan of your photography, but I don't think that this works. I just don't think that it works. This is like, there's too many shapes that are taking us away from the rectangular frame that we're used to looking at. There's too many shapes that trick our eye. There's too many shapes to keep track of. There's too many. This is a no. This is a visual, this is like visual diarrhea. I'm sorry to be so dry, but this is like, no, this is too much, Anton. I'm going to say no. Your pictures are much simpler, much cleaner, and like, you don't need trickery because you have such a good eye. All right, that is Mr. Anton Duris. Ready to take your photography business to the next level? I've created 3 powerful tools designed to make an immediate impact on your workflow, your client outreach, and your daily habits. These resources will help you work smarter, grow faster, and feel more confident in building your career. You'll find links to all 3 under tools at thecartymethod.com. If you're struggling to find clients, my Cold Outreach Master Pack has everything that you need to land new business. It includes 18 proven email templates and a step-by-step guide for writing emails that get opened and generate real responses. If you're ready to take your client hunting strategy up a notch, this pack gives you clear, effective blueprints to start getting results. Consistency builds success. My professional photographer habit tracker is your daily accountability tracker. It helps you build the habits that matter most to running a successful photography business. Track your progress, set meaningful goals, and stay focused on what moves the needle. If you're serious about making steady progress, this tracker is a game changer. Shoots can get chaotic. Stay organized. My Ultimate Photographer's Call Sheet is your one-stop solution for planning and managing every detail of your shoots, from client communication and location info to equipment checklists and timelines. This tool helps you stay on top of it all. With my call sheet, you'll run your shoots like a seasoned pro, no matter how big or small the project. This is the call sheet that clients will remember forever. These tools are built for photographers who are serious about their craft and ready to streamline their businesses, connect with clients, and build professional habits that last. You can find them all under tools at thecartymethod.com. Let's start transforming your business today. Sorry, I'm muted, everybody. This is the vibe. I have 61 people watching me. If I get 55 likes, I am going to give 5 lucky people a membership to this channel. How about that? If I get, and again, it's likely going to be people who are watching, but it's like this. I'm going to give a nice little gift bomb. I'm going to gift members, 5 lucky people will get a membership to this channel for a month, by the way. They're going to get a membership to this channel if you hit the like button. So I have people reporting Please tell me when we hit 55 likes. When we hit 55 likes, I will drop some memberships. 55 likes. So report to me, please. Let me know when we get to 55. Hopefully, I only have 5 photos to go. So you guys have maybe 30 minutes to get those likes up. This is Mr. Charles Fortin. So this is a 5:30 a.m. moon set. Sony A7 IV 70 to 180 2.8 ISO 500 ISO 500 f 2.8 1/250th of a second. Don't shoot wide open. Shoot like a stop under wide open. Natural light. This is Mr. Charles Fortin. Charles. This is outstanding, my friend. Outstanding. The right girl, the right surfboard, the right location, the right idea. This is epic. Absolute showstopper. Look at this as a cover. Absolute showstopper. Again, we got 43 likes. It doesn't seem like you guys really want me to gift subs. I don't care. It doesn't really matter to me to gift memberships, but let me know if we hit 55. If not, we'll try it again next time. All right, guys, this is Charles Fortin. Charles is, he's in my, again, the people who are looking at right now are in my accelerator program. Charles, this is an exceptional photo. I love this so much. The moon placement, this is just textbook. Like, what do I say? This is an 11. This is absolutely, unequivocally outstanding. Killer. Look at this as an 8x10. It still works because of how Charles framed this picture. It does not lose any integrity as an 8x10. None. This is so textbook. Like, this is a master class on composition, Charles. It truly is. It's minimal. It is yes. Absolutely perfect. So Taylor is losing her marbles. I'm telling you this. Charles Fortin, you're seeing the Matrix now, guy. You're starting to see the Matrix. You're starting to see photographs, which it's a beautiful place to be. You're very talented. This is the type of work that I wanted you to leave Honduras with. I did not want you to leave Honduras without this type of editorial, cover-worthy, lifestyle, cover-worthy photography. This is outstanding. That's Charles Fortin. Charles, well done. Again, Charles, I'm developing. He's in my accelerator program. He is a Quebecer from Canada who lives in BC, currently in Honduras. Very talented bloke, this guy we call Charles Fortin. Thanks for submitting, Charles. Well done. Well done. All right, our next shooter. And by the way, guys, I don't judge you against anybody else except for you. Super simple. I judge you against you. Now, if you've proven to me that you can shoot, and you've proven to me that you can follow instructions and shoot fire, and then you send me something that's garbage, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say, the last one was up here. This one is down here. Those two can't live in the same portfolio. You're only as good as your weakest picture. Your weakest picture truly is the weakest link, because your weakest picture, it reduces trust. It removes trust. Oh my God, sick. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that? Ooh, okay. I thought I liked this photographer, but now, nah, I thought he's a hack. Like, he was bang, 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 and then all of a sudden this one down here. So that one, that can never be shown, which is why you show me, so I can tell you what is a hit and what's not. Because when you go through this process with me, and then you actually put together a portfolio like I've done with the amazing Sean Thomas, Well, then this is what your curated portfolio looks like. Sean wants to be a car photographer. Well, guess what? He is. He is a car photographer, and he's already getting gigs. But look at his curation. Look at the curation. There's nothing is weak. Not a single frame stands out as less than the rest. And because of that, this guy's portfolio hits so hard. And this is why Porsche Canada is watching him, following him, and tagging his photos. So, yeah, this is what a properly curated portfolio looks like. This is just one of the people who I'm helping here with the Carty method. Sean Thomas. So, Charles, you are on the road, brother. Hey, Ammond. What? Yo, Ammond, let's go. Ammond just got his wings, bro. Look at you, Ammond. 1 year with the Carty method. A year. Ammond Thompson. I'm very proud of you, my guy. Ammond, you got your wings, bro. Appreciate you. It's amazing. And by the way, now you got wings next to you always, forever and ever, until it evolves. Look at you. Amazing. Of course, I got you, Sean. Always, my guy. I appreciate you. I always got you. Appreciate you. All right, guys, that was Charles Fortin. Well done, Charles. This is calligraphy. Buenas tardes, Carty and crew, Carty crew and chief. This is my studio provider, Dan. After a Home Depot trip, I made his portrait. Z8 85mm ISO 200 to 8 1/200 of a second. Shot with one Westcott FJ 400 strobe. That's a nice strobe. I actually let that head up. That's a nice strobe that you got there, calligraphy. This is Mr. Calligraphy. Let's get it on. This is a vibe, Kay. This is a vibe, and this is a yes. This is a yes. It's a couple of small things. I want you to look at this as a cover. Very strong as a cover, Kay. Like, very strong. Your exposure is good. Just want you to watch your highlights. Make sure we're not losing any highlights in here, right? I want you to watch this, how close his finger is here. He's very proud of his watch. Obviously, you've included his watch, but in a very subtle way. I like what he's wearing. It's very understated and like modest. This little bump here on his shirt, you can push that down using Liquify. Liquify, super easy. Just give that a little push down. Everything else is a yes for me. Exposure, the framing. Again, let me show you this as an 8x10. This is where I'm a little bit worried, Kay, because I think we're going to lose his fingers as an 8x10. Because you can see here, once I take this down as an 8x10, I have to crop his head. I have to. Because if I don't, this is the crop. If I don't crop his head, then we're cutting those fingers off. And that kind of bothers me. Personally, I would crop it right there and take from his head. I would crop it there to not cut his fingers. But overall, Kay, this is a yes for me. Taylor's happy. That's a yes. That's a yes. That is a yes. This is Calligraphy Ridgely. That's a yes, bro. Just watch your spacing. Just watch this, because that's going to clip when it goes to print. Okay? Just watch your spacing. Don't be so close. And give me just a touch more room under here. I would just back up like a foot. Say it's going to be the same everything. Just back up a foot. This guy's got a little bit of puffy under his eyes, which you can reduce a little bit in post if you so choose. But at the same point, he looks like a tough guy. This is a yes for me, Kay. I'm proud of you, bro. That's an 11 if I didn't hit the 11 already. Well done. That's calligraphy. Well done, Mr. Calligraphy. All right, where are we at? We have a last couple. We are into our last 3 photos. This is Mr. Joseph Baldwin. Here is my reshoot for my first perfect client on spec. EOS R 50mm 125 f5 ISO 200. Shot with the 8200 at 164 power. This is Joseph Baldwin. What a difference, Joseph. Holy shit. Joseph, come on, bro. Come on, Joseph. Like, hey, where are we on likes? Did we get to 55? Did we get there yet? Joseph, this is what I asked for last time. And this, bro, come on. Look at the shoe now. Look at the shoe now. Look at the board now. Look at the back shoe now. Sadly, the back shoe is a little bit tighter in focus than the front shoe. This shoe is a little bit more sharp than this shoe. There's a little bit of softness, as you can see here on this shoe. You can see in here in the branding. But like, come on, this is so much stronger. Let's see this as a double. Like, JB, do you see how this shoe is placed perfectly? Do you see how this shoe is placed perfectly? Do you notice how the skateboard now, it's almost like you don't even notice it anymore? It just is. You don't notice it. It just is. And the reason is because it's not beat up. The beat up skateboard, we noticed it. Now this skateboard, which is barely skated, this one, this is a yes, right? This is a yes. So even where you place the gutter, bro, like, I want you to know how hard Joseph worked on this photo. Like, I don't understand if you know how hard it is to shoot someone in motion and crop it exactly perfect so each shoe lands perfect. Like, I'm so proud of this guy. Again, this shoe is just a little soft. It's not, and again, that's your focus point, and then they pushed off. Because, like, this is in focus. This isn't, but for some reason, this front shoe is, and again, it's not unusable. Like, I don't want you to think that, Joseph. It's very, very, very close in focus, but, bro, the right jeans, the right cuffs, the right socks, the right skate wheels, the right location, the right non-distracting. Like, this is perfect. Very good. I'm very proud of you, my guy. Very proud of you. This is excellent. Excellent, excellent. And tell me it ain't worthy of doing a reshoot, eh? Tell me it's not worthy. You guys remember the first version of this shot? I don't have it on hand to show you, but do you guys remember the first version of this shot? It had way more motion blur and such, but like, you redid that picture. You redid it way better. And I'm so glad that you feel that. Like, I'm so glad that you feel what it feels like to swing for something, miss, and then do it again and crush. Like, that feeling, it's such a good feeling. Now, what we got to get you to is the point where you don't have to do it again. That's where we're trying to get you now, where you actually don't leave. And again, what we're doing here is we're raising your bar, right? So now you hit this on your second pass way faster than you hit it on the first time. But now the next time you shoot this stuff, you have all your steps. You know exactly how you have to do it and how to crop it for a double page spread. You know what I mean? So I'm proud of you, bro. You broke on through. That's what we call that. Breaking on through to the other side. Well done. That's Joseph Baldwin. JB, appreciate you. Joseph's been with me just over a year now, and like, the progress, man. I love the progress, like, literally more than anything. Seeing you progress, it's epic. This is Liza Hyder. Liza says, this is a Poochie scarf in San Francisco. D850 135 1.8 ISO 400 f9 1/400th of a second natural light. Retouching by my retoucher as well as Liza, because I recommended him to Liza, is Suhail Mameni. Suhail is the retoucher, but this is Miss Liza Hyder. Liza, this is my favorite version of this picture. Liza Hyder. This is my favorite version of this picture. My favorite version. Look at this as a cover, Liza. This hits so hard. It's hit so hard. Yes, I'm noticing her fingers are cut down here, but yes, you're cut. But again, it's just the background and this magenta and this blue and the silver and how you just popped this color. Like her head angle, this insanely strong jawline, the open shade on her face, the right girl, the right outfit, the right styling. Like this is absolutely unequivocally my favorite from this series, Liza. This is killer. Let's look at this as an 8x10. As an 8x10, you can see we're going to have to perhaps cut her head, because I wouldn't want to cut that right hand too much. I would probably crop it, and I wouldn't want to cut the bow too much. So I would probably crop it right there, to be honest. I would only take the 2 inches off the top. I wouldn't take anything off the bottom. And yes, it's acceptable to crop a head that way if necessary. Liza, very, very proud of you, Liza. That's an 11, in case you didn't know. Very good, very good. Liza, Seattle photographer, killer. Very well done, Liza. Proud of you. Having a good time still? You guys with me? You two with me? You two old ones. You with me still? You enjoying? You getting all the different views? Still members? You know, how many people have hit the like button? Have we hit 55 yet? If we hit 55 people hitting the like button, I will gift 5 members to this channel. Oh, by the way, the duct tape hoodie. The duct tape hoodie, I had no idea that you guys were going to like this so much. But the duct tape, and again, this is not real duct tape. It's printed, but it's really like my favorite hoodie that I've ever made. So definitely cop the duct tape hoodie or the duct tape t-shirt. All right, the duct tape t-shirt. Oh, it's actually called gaff tape, the gaff tape t-shirt. Liza, very proud of you. And our last photo. This, Sean Thomas says, driving by and checking the new VW dealership build happening here in my hometown led to this unique opportunity. I noticed the brand new ID Buzz parked nearby, ran home, grabbed my gear, hoping it would still be there when I came back, and it was. In addition to making photos that day, I also made a great connection with the gentleman driving the van. Turns out he has a management role with VW Canada and will be heavily involved with this new dealership. I hope you enjoy. EOS R, Tamron 24-70, 2.8, ISO 100, 320th of a second, 5.6. I told you that I was trying to help Sean Thomas, car photographer I just showed you, Autolux Imagery, that I was trying to help him bring in some non-exotic cars, like just new cars, but just that regular people own, like me. Like I have a new Volkswagen, so I wanted him to shoot my truck, and he did. And there's some pictures of my truck on the Instagram that Sean did on my Instagram. And Sean is now shooting this Volkswagen ID Buzz. And Sean, you did me right, bro. You did me right. This is good, bro. And in the background, how ugly and distracting this background is, it's perfect. I can't say it any other way than that. How ugly and distracting this background is, this is perfect. Perfect. It works so well, Sean. This works so well. I like seeing a little bit of sky. I can't imagine how you would have done it without showing sky. Like it would have been this, but you can see it doesn't really, like that for a 16:9 might hold up. 3M is getting a lot of advertising in this Volkswagen ad, so you know they would go in and take away all of those 3M logos. But overall, that's going to be a new Volkswagen dealership, which is really dope. Let's look at the whole photo again. Let me show you this as a double page again. Sean, I'm very pleased with you. This is epic. Very happy. That is unequivocally a yes. That's a yes for your portfolio. Very happy. I like this very much. Okay, guys, I have some photos of the week, and you gotta let me choose my photos of the week. It's going to take a second, all right? Are you a photographer ready to go pro? Or maybe you're a working photographer struggling to sustain your business? My coaching programs are designed to meet you where you are and give you the guidance needed to move your needle forward. Whether you're looking for a focused 1-hour session to fix a specific challenge, or you need the type of ongoing support that 6 1-hour time slots would give you, I'm here to help you master the systems and build a career that you've been aiming for. By the way, if you book me for one of my ongoing coaching sessions, you pay for 5 sessions and you get 6. With over 34 years of professional experience, I guide you through the key aspects of creating a thriving photography business. Whether that's building a standout portfolio, or sharpening your brand, or even setting up systems that bring in clients consistently. First of all, I give you flexible coaching options. Choose a single 1-hour session to get some quick insights, or you can commit to 6 sessions for a full transformation. I can even walk you through my proven systems one-on-one. Whether you're looking to break into the industry or you're struggling to keep your business afloat, these sessions are personalized to focus on what will actually move the needle for you. You're going to get real-time expert guidance, and believe me, there is no one-size-fits-all advice. You're going to get actionable insights and hands-on support to address your unique challenges and unlock your full potential. You don't have to do this alone, eh? Let's work together to take your photography career to the next level. Whether that means finally going pro or creating a thriving, sustainable photography business. Visit thecartymethod.com/coaching to book your session today. Let's get to work. All right, I'm proud of the shooters who won Photo of the Week today. I'm really proud of you guys. Honestly, like, I see how hard you try. I see how hard you try. Don't think I don't. Don't think that I don't see how hard you try. Honestly, I do. Guys, your first photo of the week for this week goes to William Sedgwick. William, it's a photo of the week, buddy. Very proud of you. There is something very magic here. There's something very special. Do correct the exposure for me and resubmit this photo, but this is absolutely a photo of the week. That is William Sedgwick. Congratulations, William. That's our first photo of the week. I don't know how many they are. I don't know how many there are, but there are some. There are some, and some photos that just absolutely killed. I'm going to move. Sorry, I just got to move some of these down to the end, because this next photo of the week winner is also, yeah. So I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. All right. We're going to move this one down here too. Okay. And yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. All right, here we go. Our next, that is one. Our next photo of the week winner goes to... Very proud of this photographer. He's having a hard time, but God makes no mistakes. I know he's going to come out roses on the other side. This is the mighty Calligraphy. Congratulations, buddy. That's a photo of the week. Congratulations, Calligraphy. It's amazing, bro. Congratulations. That is Calligraphy with a photo of the week. I got you, my guy. You can reach out to me every day if you need to. Calligraphy. Not a lot of people I say that to. That is a photo of the week from Calligraphy. Let's make sure I'm not missing any. Okay. Our next, and I'm again so proud of these shooters. Our next photo of the week. Our next photo of the week goes to the mighty Liza Hyder. Liza. Yeah. Yes, Liza. Yes. Amazing. Very well done. That's Liza Hyder. Our next photo of the week goes to the mighty, the talented Joseph Baldwin. Joseph, that's a photo of the week, buddy. Very, 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 very well done. Your ideal client on spec. Joseph Baldwin. Congratulations, buddy. Proud of you. Great job. Joseph Baldwin. And now on to the final 3 photos of the week, which also are all winning Best in Show. Double awards for these last 3. I am Luis Martinez. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for subscribing. Our last photos of the week, and also this week's photo of the week and Best in Show, starting with Charles Fortin. Photo of the week and Best in Show. Congratulations, Charles. Double award. Photo of the week, Best in Show. Congratulations, Charles Fortin. Amazing, amazing image. But there's more. But there's more. But there's more with double awards. You ready? Double award winner, Sean Thomas. The photo of the week, buddy. And also Best in Show. Congratulations, Sean Thomas, with this new image of the Volkswagen ID Buzz. Congratulations. And our last photo of the week, Best in Show, and my all-around best photo of the day, which I've never even done before. Photo of the week, Best in Show, my favorite photo of the day, people, goes to, well, this is Ian Martin, everybody. Ian, photo of the week, Best in Show, and my favorite photo of the day. Ian Martin, holy shit. I'm so proud of you guys. Everybody who submitted today, I'm proud of you. It takes a lot to put your work up, to have a photographer like me who pulls no punches. I don't hold anything back. It takes a lot to put your work up to be reviewed by me. It takes courage. But the ones that do, the Sean Thomases, like this guy, the ones that do put their work out for review, the Garan Raths, are you kidding me? The photographers that put their work up for review, the Nick Johnsons, these are photographers that are in Portfolio Lab. The Joseph Baldwins, like, look at the photographers that submit. Like, these are the photographers that make up Portfolio Lab. And know that I reviewed this photo and this photo and this photo and this photo, and like, I've reviewed so many of these photos, helping you get to the next level with your photography. If you want to join Portfolio Lab, that would be a smart move. It's pretty simple. All you need to do is go to thecartymethod.com/Portfolio Lab. It is by far the fastest route for you to build a portfolio that works, and a portfolio that's going to get you work. I'm here to help you twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm here twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, to help you get to the next level with your pictures. My name is Carty. You know me. I'm Carty. Hopefully I'm starting to grow on you. Hopefully by now, I hope I'm starting to grow on you. Please consider hitting the join button and becoming a member of this channel. I'm trying to find 1,000 true fans. 1,000 true fans. And that really, 1,000 true fans is all I need. Really, that's all I need. And because you hung out, stayed till the end. How many likes do I have, by the way, guys? Tell me how many likes that I have on this video, please. If someone could report to me in chat that answer, that would be super. Let me know how many likes I have. 53. Guess what? I'm feeling generous. So bing, bang, boom. There you go. 5 gifted memberships on me. Look at all y'all people who are getting gifted memberships. Because again, I just wanted to end off such a great show with a bang. So, you know, I gave Mr. Ionut, Andre, Froggy McFroggins, Just Kick, Ren Howard, Steven, Mr. E-Friend, you just got gifted, and Jennifer Grace also just gifted a membership to this channel. And who is the lucky one that Jennifer gifted? It looks like Tyler Enriquez, photographer. Jennifer Grace just gifted you a membership. Jennifer, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for doing that. Everybody else who's watching and who has watched me, as you can see, as I smoke myself out, this isn't an illusion, eh? When I have 2 smoke. I have fake smoke. This is fake smoke. And then I have real smoke, okay? I have real smoke. This is real smoke. This is real smoke. So, when people hit the membership button, hit the join button and become members, I like to smoke out my my flat here. So it's a celebration of you. It creates the atmosphere. Sometimes I even turn on the lights. Heyo! Autolux Imagery. Are you telling me today's your membership day, Sean? Look at you. Trust me when I say Portfolio Lab and the Carty method has given my career a boost with no lag. Thank you so much for saying that, Sean. I'm so proud of you. Sean, again, he came to me with his tail between his legs and tears in his eyes, honestly, is how he came to me. Tears in his eyes. And Sean has become more than just somebody who I coach. He's a friend, and yeah, he came to my birthday party. He hangs out with me now. Sean makes the effort, and he lives 3 hours away, but he drives 3 hours to be able to spend time with me, and he seems to do it quite regularly. So, Sean, thanks for becoming a member. Thanks for being with me for 16 months. Everybody who got gifted memberships, use them wisely. Nothing smarter than renewing those memberships, because sadly so many of these people who get gifted memberships, they don't continue them. They just take them, and then when they lose their crown, they're just here waiting for someone else to gift a membership to them again, which is quite random. I have many people who watch, so you know, again, you have to be a true fan and sign up on your own. Guys, I appreciate you. I hope that this has brought you value. We're going to throw in all my glitches all at once just to see if you guys think that your iPhones are broken. And another thing, why are so many people watching me on an iPhone? How can you watch something that's so engaging with so many cameras and all of this stuff that I do? Like, how can you be watching this on such a small screen? 50% of my audience watches on a phone. I watch YouTube on that. I watch it on I watch it on a tablet. Or on one of my iPads. Like, I watch it on a big screen. I need to see YouTube big. So, but the 25% of you who do watch me on a TV, 25 to 30%, the trick for you is, yes, you're watching me on TV, but you also have a phone in your hand so you can participate in chat. That's the idea. Like, you're watching, but then you open the phone also on the stream, so you talk and chat. So you can look, and then you can hit like button and click links and all that stuff, and it's on your phone. So I'm sorry I have to teach you how to watch a live stream, but if you're watching on a TV, you're watching on the TV, you have your hand on the phone on the same stream, and you're talking in chat. That's how you do it. Guys, I hope today brought you value. What do you mean you want the assignment? What do you mean you want the assignment? Did I forget the assignment? I think I forgot the assignment. Yeah, I think I forgot the assignment. You guys don't want the assignment, do you? I did forget the assignment. It's so funny, Steve. I'm so sorry. I forgot.
This live stream was brought to you by
Oh,
Pixpec,
no,
the
no,
best
no,
website
no,
builder for
no,
photographers and
no.
creatives.
Stop,
and
Cheryl.
Indie, the best way to run your freelance business. And
yeah, it's all automated. Once I start that, once I hit that button, the whole thing is automated. So, okay. Guys, you don't want this assignment, honestly. Like, this is the assignment that everybody avoids doing, but it's such a necessary assignment. But you have to understand, next week is like, it's really difficult. It's going to be hard for you because next week's assignment is not a photo. Next week's assignment is a video bio assignment, meaning you need to be, hey, I'm Steve Carty. I've been a professional photographer for 35 years, and I have a straight up approach to shooting editorial portraits. I shoot for magazines, newspapers, advertising, and I would love to make your photograph come to life. Leave me a DM so we can connect and I can tell you how I can help you. Like, I need you to make a hello, my name is. Like, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is my diamond framework. This is why I make photographs. This is how I came to becoming a photographer. This is what I'm afraid of. This is my quirks. This is what makes me unique. So I want you to create a compelling 60 to 90 second video introduction that clearly communicates who you are as a photographer, what you specialize in, and why clients should work with you. Okay? If you're a people photographer, show yourself interacting naturally with your portrait subjects. If you have behind the scenes content where you're actually shooting, cut that behind the scenes content in while you're telling your story. Include some clips of your shooting process. Showcase your ability to direct and connect with people, and include some of your work inside this video. The whole goal is for you to have that kind of a video like I have. That is an absolute punch in the face. It is my mix video. I'm not going to play it right now, but I will post this link in chat so you guys can go watch this on your, I mean, maybe I'll play it before we play out, but I need an intro video. If you shoot places, show yourself in places, typical locations that you shoot. Show your process of finding and capturing the perfect angle. Show a time lapse of your workflow. Show your attention to environmental details. And if you shoot things, demonstrate how you style a product, how you do your lighting setup. Show a behind the scenes of you creating a product shot, and include clips of you paying attention to your detail. Showcase your technical precision and your creative approach. The key to a successful bio video lies in authenticity, technical quality, and a clear value prop that helps potential clients understand why they should hire you. So you wanted, I said, like, I needed to give you this assignment, but this is the hardest video that you're going to do. Like, it's hard. And do you want to see mine? I'm going to show you mine. You've seen it, but now I want you to look at this video with a different eye, because realize this is what you got to make. Oh, it's right here. Treat everybody like a superstar. Famous people less like a superstar. I treat famous people like real people. I started as a photographer, I would say professionally, when I was 20. My brother's a fine art painter, heavy influence on me, and I couldn't paint. So when I discovered the camera, it was really easy for me to express myself creatively. Everybody's in the business of glorifying celebrities, so capturing them, it's already glorifying them by photographing them. So if I can get them a little bit more understated, I feel like it brings up the real. In 1997, I shot Tom York from Radiohead, most important picture of my career. In 2001, I shot Pharrell Williams for Peace magazine. Again, very important picture. Colin Firth, a week before he won his Oscar, career
moving pictures where that picture propels a whole new wave of clients, a whole new wave of people looking at my work. I think pivotal career-changing pictures are more important than favorite pictures, because they're all my favorite. The whole idea is make good stuff and share it and do it every day.
So hey Steve, thanks for subscribing. That was a bio video. Do you see how hard that hit? Now, keep in mind, I had a production company make that for me. So however hard or easy you make this, but what camera should shoot it on your phone? Like it doesn't need to be that complicated, but you need to cut in some photography. It would help if you cut in a behind the scenes. Like that's why you make behind the scenes. And being comfortable on video is the difference between you making $200,000 a year with your camera and making nothing. Being comfortable on video. And it's like, yeah, but I want to be a photographer. What do I have to be on video for? It's like, no, you don't. You don't have to be on video. But also know this. Why are you watching me? Why do you pay attention to me? Why do you, like, I'm a photographer, but I'm in video and you watch me like this. So why are you not doing that for your potential clients so they're watching you like this? Listen to this. It takes 7 hours, 11 points of contact on 4 different platforms in order for someone to trust you enough to buy. It's the 7-11-4 rule. 7-11-4. 7 hours, 11 different times over 4 different platforms. How many of you have watched me for over 7 hours? Put your hands up if you watched me for over 7 hours. Do you trust me? Why do you trust me? Because in 7 hours, I can't hide. I can't hide. I can't hide. You see me pissed off. You see me excited. You see the whole range of me. And it builds trust because in that, I don't fuck around. You see, I'm exactly who I am. I don't put on a YouTube face. This is who I am. So I can't hide. I do live. This is not edited footage. This is just me freeballing. You need to learn how to be present in front of the camera and tell your message to somebody. You need to do it. You have a week. You actually have 2 extra days because I'm giving you this assignment today. Start wrapping your head around being on camera. It's going to be hard and it's probably going to suck, but you have to do it anyways. You have to do it. You have to try because your first one is going to be bad. Your second one will be better. Your third one will be better than that one. Like you improve. And if you want a little joke, go back and watch Carty in the Studio podcast from like when I first started being on camera. If you don't have a 4K camera with eye tracking, shoot it on your phone. If you're not sure about the dialogue, shoot it on your phone and download a teleprompter app. You can put a teleprompter app on your phone and it puts the words across and you can read it. Secret time. Do you see this here? This is a teleprompter. Right now I have my live chat on there, but here's another. Like I use a teleprompter when I need to go through my notes because there's too much dialogue that I need to have perfect and I can't wing it. When I do my live streams, I wing it. But this is a teleprompter. Look, this little thing here connects on the back. Like slide your lens over it, blah, blah, blah. Put your phone here. Here's your phone with the notes. The camera slides through and boom, teleprompter. $60, $80 for this. I recommended this to Benja. Watch Benja's last video. It's incredible. He nails the dialogue and you have no idea that he's on a teleprompter. The better you get, the better you get. So the more you practice, the better you get. So secrets. There's secrets all over the place. And my suggestion is scream it from the rooftops. Seriously. Sean Thomas says scream it from the rooftops. And That's my suggestion for you. I told you I really wanted to walk out of here. Now, here's some technical instructions. And again, I'll give you all of this stuff next, like on Thursday. But imagine 10 to 15 second personal introduction, who you are, 20 to 30 seconds demonstrating your process, 20 to 30 seconds showcasing your best work, 10 to 15 second call to action. By the way, that video that I sent you, or that I just showed you, my mix spot, that was 90 seconds. Exactly 90 seconds. Okay? 90 seconds. So tight, concise, some attention reset. So you're cutting, you're talking about photos you make. And again, you have the skills to edit this. This is a very simple edit. Next rule, the music must be copyright free. Meaning if you're using music, it should be from YouTube. YouTube has its own free music library, or from Epidemic Sound, or from something. I'm playing these with audio because I need to hear you. But if you use the wrong song that is copyrighted, it puts a strike on my channel, which I will lose my fucking mind. So I'm saying to you, do not use copyright music. If you're not sure, no music. Simple. Don't use any music, because musics will get flagged live, and then I'll lose my shit, because it will cut my stream and I'll get a copyright strike, which hurts my bottom line, which I will not let happen. So make sure copyright free music, meaning DCMA free music. And I've had people even do DCA free music, and it still gave me a copyright strike. So I'm going to ask you to be, if you're not sure, do no music. And I'll play music in the background for you. And again, the more videos that you're making, you have YouTube. You guys all have YouTube. Just log into your YouTube, go into your YouTube studio, and there is an endless supply of music that you can access for free. All you need to do is go to studio.youtube.com. studio.youtube.com, and then log in. And then once you log in, you will actually be able to now go into audio library. You see right here where it says audio library? Go to audio library, and then now it gives you more songs than you can shake a stick at. If you're going to pull music from here. Even if you don't have a YouTube channel, you still have YouTube Studio. You still have YouTube in the background. Okay. I hope this helps you. That is how I know for sure if you use this, you won't have copyright music. So go to studio.youtube.com, log in, go to audio library, and you'll find there's sound effects. There's all kinds of stuff here. For me, I use Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound is a paid service, but because of that, I have just like basically my own Spotify that I can play any of these musics in any of my videos, and they'll never get flagged because I pay for it. Okay? That is your assignment. I know I told you didn't want it, and you asked. So hope you guys had a good time with me. Make a video. And I know so many of you won't do it, but the ones that do are going to have a sales tool that's going to get them work as soon as they put it on their website. So it's up to you. Thanks for watching, guys.
This live stream was brought to you by Pixpa, the best website builder for photographers and creatives, and Indie, the best way to run your freelance business, and by you, the members and subscribers of the Carty Method. Consider becoming a member for $5 a month to show your support for our content, and we'll reward you. You get members-only content every month, and Carty has the best emojis on YouTube, and you'll get that crown badge next to your name. If you're building a photography business, make sure you join Portfolio Lab. How ready are you to be a pro? Take the Carty Method Pro Photographer's Readiness Scorecard. You'll always find helpful links in the show notes. Sharing is caring. If this content has brought you value today, share it, clip it, post it to your socials. Curating and sharing helpful content makes you an expert. Even if the content you're sharing isn't yours, be a curator and share this content with your network. Find your creative and business genius with the Carty Method.
I promise you this assignment will change your reality if you do it.